and I quote, "Shut up, monkey, no one asked you." Students have said, or called Korean students Kim Jong-un.
Enslavers, every single one of them.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You have done for me.
I am the president and current board chairman of Habitat in Powhatan.
He then went on to advise that you not kowtow to the woke minority.
We are white, cisgendered members of this community in the 45-plus age group.
I have 24,000 followers on Instagram.
Kids are using words as weapons.
Maybe you should go pick cotton or something.
If things are as bad as what I'm hearing tonight, I would think I would see it everywhere. And I don't. So,
that's enough.
Amazon woman, she-male, transgenders, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant board here.
You're a transracial family here in Powhatan, Virginia.
That's the problem. White supremacy make you think.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to ask you to leave the property immediately.
I'm telling you how the hell I feel. I'm mad.
I hear you.
No, you don't hear me. You sit there with that goofy smirk on your face, but you don't hear me.
it may be time for us to take action.
Outrage and frustration from the mouths of both students and adults at a Powhatan school board meeting tonight.
It became heated as dozens finally got the chance to say their piece tonight about the alleged racism in Powhatan schools. This comes after a meeting last week to discuss all of this ended abruptly.
Students have also said, and I quote, "Shut up, monkey, no one asked you," to an African-American student in my science class. This student also received only a brief talking to about this behavior. Students come to their bags with their book bags. Students come to school with their book bags adorned with the Confederate flag and wearing hats that say vulgar things and threaten students. These same students will say threatening things to non-Christian students and have never been told to remove the Confederate flags or the hats that say these vulgar things. These students often target Asian students, saying, "Go back to where you came from." And there have also been instances where students have said, or called Korean students Kim Jong-un.
Racism is real. My ancestors included a president, governors, and statesmen, but they were also something else, enslavers, every single one of them. And I refuse to be part of the great white silence. I urge you to join me. I accept and acknowledge that white privilege is real. No one questions my right to be here or to exist. It only takes a few moments of intentional awareness in any white person's day to acknowledge the truth.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Bilal Zulfikar Reshuni. Just today, I have had to send out no less than 3 students from my own classroom because they think the N-word is funny, and I am over it. I should not be coming to you tonight on this, the 8th night of Ramadan, when I should be preparing dinner for my family. Heck, I shouldn't be here at all. I should be comforting my friends in Palestine and Lebanon who do not have homes to go back to, while in the same breath convincing my Jewish friends that no, the world doesn't hate you because the leader of your country is a monster. Powhatan Middle School hosts 987 children. I have 987 kids. Powhatan County Public Schools has 4,295 students. I have 4,295 kids. And I would do anything for the least of them. And if I may remind you, Matthew 25:40 tells us anything that you would do for the least of my brothers, or to the least of my brothers, you have done for me.
All right.
S, stop the racial acts in our school. T, tolerate not racial acts and behavior in our school. oppose racial acts, behavior, and comments in our school. Push or push racial acts, behavior, comments, threats, turmoil, and anything else out of our school that does not belong. Had this incident been reported? According to the Code of Virginia, Title 52, Police State, Chapter 1, Department of State Police, Section 52.8.5 is where we're supposed to report any racial incident in a school to the state police. During her senior year, she experienced being called. Again, I'm not going to say the N-word because you might think it's nice, but I'm going to say nigger. The only disciplinary action was taken toward this young lady was ISS, 3 days. My daughter's senior year should have been a year of joyful memories, but due to extreme racism that was into 2022, still, we're here again.
I'm here on behalf of Habitat Humanity tonight. I am the president and current board chairman of Habitat in Powhatan. Use a little light.
Continue. Go ahead. Sound's still on.
Our Habitat
Well, that's true. You won't be able to see. There you go. We got light.
One resident in support of the policy had this to contribute. Quote, children that sincerely believe they are a different gender than their sex have a mental condition that needs a parent's oversight for treatment. He then went on to advise that you not kowtow to the woke minority. I think we can see that this resident is in no position to provide any thoughtful input, nor are they concerned about our students. Instead, they desire to turn this policy into political theater, which should go without saying, has no place in the public school policy.
Dear board, I'm here today to ask you for one thing, to listen, to truly, truly listen to each and every parent and community member here before you, especially members of the Black community and other members for whom discrimination is a daily occurrence in our schools. Without becoming defensive or reactionary, truly sit and listen. I'm going to share the following story not because I'm a better person than anyone else, nor because I'm woke. It's because I am you, and you, members of the board, are me. We are white, cisgendered members of this community in the 45+ age group. I had this epiphany last night after being rightfully called out on a post I made on Facebook that proved traumatic to members of our community, specifically and most regrettably, Black members of our community. In an effort to provide what I thought was information pertinent to tonight's meeting, a post I made literally made some community members so uncomfortable that they were reconsidering coming tonight.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the board, and Dr. Tigan. I'm speaking on behalf of We the People Grassroots, and I ask for 5 minutes. My name is Sarah Cook, and I'm at 2221 Autumn Oaks Lane. I don't know.
Can I ask the clerk if this is a recognized group?
I have 24,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah, but there's a certain procedure you have to go through to get the recognition. You're welcome to speak.
Well, I wish you would have told me this, Vicki, because you know that I'm part of We the People Grassroots.
Like, I have been up here before, back in 2021, talking about pernicious racism and discrimination that exists, and here we are again. And this is not my life, this is theirs. How long have they been going through this?
Let me spell it out, 0 tolerance. Just like there is no tolerance for weapons, because these kids are using words as weapons on our kids' lives and getting away with it.
Whether it has to do with my hair, how I talk, how I dress, kids have said, but you don't look Black, or have said the N-word right to my face, or it's because you're Black, or maybe you should go pick cotton or something.
There must be a zero tolerance policy for hate speech and threats. Punishment should be proportionate to the infraction committed. However, there must also be a rehabilitative component built into any disciplinary action. Hate is not cured by punishment. Any student participating in hate speech should have to perform community service in an organization representing the offended population. So in other words, if a kid does something racist, they go and do something for the NAACP. Kid does something anti-Muslim, he goes and does service at a local mosque for a local imam. So
I'm kind of an outgoing guy, so when I'm pumping gas, I speak to everybody I see. When I go in stores, I say hi to everybody. Everywhere I go, I say hi to everybody. And I've never had anyone do anything but say hi back here in Powhatan. And I can tell you up in Richmond, it's not the same story. So it's not that I doubt that anything that folks are saying this evening is incorrect. I'm sure that those experiences are real and genuine. All I'm saying is I've never seen it, I've never experienced it, and I speak to everybody. I don't care what race anybody is. I say hi to everybody. So, hey, I don't make comments when y'all are up here. Please don't do it when I'm up here. I just want to say thank you to you guys for listening to us. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm just saying I haven't had that experience. I've been here 22 years. If things are as bad as what I'm hearing tonight, I would think I would see it everywhere. And I don't. So,
that's enough.
Thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate it.
Please.
It is very clear that far stricter policies are needed to deter the use of racist language and racist acts in Powhatan, because this cannot be allowed to continue. I implore you to make it a top priority to develop and strictly enforce zero-tolerance policies regarding the use of racist language and acts so as to ensure the safety and fair treatment of everyone in our community.
When you fail to engage communities of color during development of policies that directly impact them, you're saying you think they have nothing of value to add. Individually, it's your choice to declare that you've done nothing wrong to perpetuate the racism that has oozed out of dark hearts and into our children's classrooms, and therefore you bear no responsibility to correct it. I'll give you a tip though. Sitting around a Dunkin' Donuts on a workday morning chatting with a few white people isn't going to get you isn't going to help you get the knowledge that you need.
Slurs. That's what tonight is all about, slurs. I, Cat Smith of Powhatan, Virginia, hereby declare that the following slurs are no longer to be used in Powhatan public schools ever again, as of this second. Okay? Amazon woman, she-male, transgenders. We are not transgenders. Do not use the S on the end of the word. There's no such thing as transgenderism. That's a Fox News-ism. Okay? Tranny. I am not a tranny. I am not a cross-dresser. I am a lifestyle transgender female. I have been boarded by the state. I have been boarded by my doctor and countless psychiatrists and psychologists. I'm an official female here in the state of Virginia. It's legally recognized in the court. Okay? The pride flag. The pride flag, the rainbow flag that everybody seems to hate right now. Everybody think about this for a second. It has black and brown stripes on it, and red stripes. It's an inclusive flag. That means it includes everybody. That means every black person here can be a part of the community and fly the flag of equality. It's not just for LGBT people and trans people like me. It's for all of us. Fly it. Show your pride. If you're an African American, show your pride. Get a rainbow flag and show your pride. Solution. Cat Smith here in Powhatan, Virginia, having been dutifully enlisted in the Air Force, declares this. I would like to ask very politely if the NAACP and its members, its many members, not just the ones that are here tonight, with the help of the Powhatan Democratic Committee and the parents of the 5 or 6 transgender children who go here, gel together and make sure that they canvass the entire county so that next time we don't have a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant board here who misgenders people like me, who calls people Amazon women. You say that you're into equality and equity, do it.
I'm a proud mom of a wonderful kid, and we're a transracial family here in Powhatan, Virginia. And I am sure you all have received my letters and know who I am. So now you can hear a little bit more of what I have to say in case you didn't read my letter. It has been said that it is a parent's job to teach against racism and bullying at home and not the job of the school system. I do agree, we parents do have a role to play. However, I'm sorry, but it is part of the education at school. No matter what is taught in the homes, the environment they spend most of their time is school. My daughter hears racial slurs in hallways, classrooms, bus, and commons at Powhatan Middle School. She's also heard them on the baseball field, and I hope she doesn't hear them on the football field, because my kid's a fighter.
I was on the bus, and the kid kept saying to me and another black girl, "Niglet 1 and Niglet 2. Another time on the bus, the same kid called me a hood rat.
Put my AirPods in, never works. They keep bugging me about it, and I'm tired of it. It needs to change every day. I'm tired of doing this every day. I'm scared to go to school, and something just has to change. I can't live like this. Thank you.
Thanks, Cody.
How is it that we are still fighting this fight?
My grandson has been in Powhatan school since kindergarten. He's in 7th grade now. And he is biracial. And he has asked me not to share the things that have happened to him.
The student is here. The Powhatan student is here, and this is his parents. And out of fear of you all, they ask for support outside the community because they are afraid of you all. The child is here. The child is in the building.
I need you to, ma'am.
Don't you want this child to understand that his voice needs to be heard?
We do.
Even if it's with his parents standing here, he is scared to death. Did you not hear those other children?
We have heard.
Then you need to understand.
Ma'am, I need you to take your seat, please. You do not have the floor. I need you to take your seat,
Who called
please.
my name? It's Bernadette Lark. Who called my name?
It also says you're an advocate,
And she just gave you their Powhatan address.
but you're not a Powhatan resident, correct?
We're here.
That's what we're
by
debating.
their request.
And right now you don't have the floor because we've not given you permission to speak. And so I need you
Need your
to,
permission to speak. That's your problem.
you actually do need my permission
No,
to
I
speak.
don't. I'm speaking and you have the permission. You have clear power. It's called abuse of power. It's abuse of power.
All right. We will have order in here or we will shut the meeting down and we will go home tonight.
You are acting out of order, not us, it's you. We just told you the student is here.
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you one more time to take your seat. If not, you will need to leave the premises of our campus.
Leave the property.
You need to leave the property. All right, ma'am, I'm going to ask you to leave the property immediately. And if you do not leave the property, you will be charged with trespassing. Ma'am, you are, at this point, you are trespassing, and you need to leave the campus now, or you will be escorted out of here. All right. Sergeant Kelly, if you could help me out here.
You know who I am, and you also know who Elijah is. You was assistant superintendent in
Ma'am,
Rango County.
again, you don't have the floor, ma'am. I'm asking you to take your seat, or you can also leave the property. You need to leave the property immediately. You are now trespassing. You need to leave the property.
You need to understand that if this is the situation that you are trying to resolve an issue, then you need to allow the person to speak in a manner that they feel comfortable, not in a manner that you feel comfortable.
Well heard.
You see transgender youth, and I see my peers and friends. They deserve the basic right of being called by their preferred name and pronouns, but the proposed policy would take that away unless a parent granted permission. Obtaining parental permission is not realistic for some trans students. For some, it may not be safe.
I bring you to the Black History Month presentation shown earlier. There were several lovely things shown. However, one thing displayed was the Diverse Hands at Work by Black Lives Matter meeting, where we discussed racism and hair politics. I am a member of Diverse Hands at Work, and while we had incredibly meaningful conversations, there were 6 people there, including myself.
The youth in Powhatan have 100 ways to insult or intimidate or threaten students of color in this county. Asking, intimidating a student of color for the N-word pass is a popular one. They can say it to whoever they want. In my children's science class, a boy leaned over, looked him dead in the eye, and called him the N-word. He has asked Biden or Trump to get out of the bathroom or buy kids in the hallways, the kids with the Confederate flags on their backpacks. They wave Confederate flags on their backpacks, and that's allowed.
There was actually a sign up in the back of this room tonight that said the NAACP gives racism a lifeline. But don't worry about looking back there now, because Ms. Brooks Ann Smith had that message thrown away.
I'm gonna start off by saying I'm mad as hell. My daughter's birthday today, and I'm here. You know why I'm here? Because she got called a monkey. My son got called an N-word, and he was told he was lucky he didn't get the ER. You're not gonna understand what these people in here are arguing about. You're not gonna understand what it looks like to look like in the mirror and say that, oh, dude, am I gonna get locked up today? Am I gonna move different today? You don't move with cautious like we do. That's the difference. You sit there and you tell these women what to do. You intimidate them. I'm looking you in your eye. You don't intimidate me. I need you to fully understand where I come from. No. You had a chance to speak. I got a minute and 40. You gonna listen.
Please address the board, not just individuals.
Because it's my turn to speak. It ain't nobody in here that's gonna take my minute 29 from me.
Well, use it, please.
So you gonna understand where I'm coming from when I say what I say. Do your damn job. Y'all come to every black church, you wanna vote, you want people to come out, you want people to put you in place, but you don't wanna hear what the hell they got to say. You won't hear my damn voice today, because I'm an advocate for my daughter, I'm an advocate for them kids out there, and every other black or interracial kid that has to deal with this in Powhatan. Because 20 years later, we still dealing with the same damn thing. You don't wanna hear it because it's not you. So as I look you in your eye, as a man, I'm telling you how the hell I feel. I'm mad.
I hear you.
No, you don't hear me. You sit there with that goofy smirk on your face, but you don't hear me. I don't need the NAACP or anybody else to back me. Your brothers and sisters that came with me, stand up, go for one. I ride for them. This right here, it say vice president. That means we got to lead. So if you ain't gonna do it, everybody in here is ready to do it. So with that 16 seconds, I'm gonna leave you with this. Do your damn job.
I'm really here today. My daughter's in elementary school. She's white. I'm white. She was upset about a month ago on why are all the white kids making fun of racism. They're acting like it's a big joke. So that's why I came here today, but I also wanted to share words that perhaps will move some of you, and that's actually from President Bush. President Bush said, "A great nation does not hide its history. It faces its flaws and it corrects them."
Good evening, I'm General Mike Payne, 3601 Old Buckingham Road, Powhatan, VA. And I represent the original Black Panther Party. A 3-day suspension is not enough. This young lady should be expelled for the safety of all the children in this school. The student body, racism will not be tolerated in this school. You have to show them that. You all need to do what's right, and if you can't do what's right by these children, then it may be time for us to take action, a community, and get some different people in those seats. We demand justice. And that starts with her expulsion. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people.
Thank you. All right, well, that brings an end to our meeting, so we are adjourned.